President Bola Tinubu has once again left Nigeria, this time on a 10-day trip to France, with a stopover in UK. A spokesman, Bayo Onanuga, says it's a working vacation, part of the president's annual leave. But here is the problem. Nigerians are asking, working vacation doing what? And at what cost to taxpayers? Let's break down what this trip means, where the president has been traveling since May 2023, the millions it cost, and why these expenses matter more than ever, especially with a 5% fuel tax that is about to hit Nigerians by January 2026. The president left Abuja on September 4th, 2025, accompanied to the airport by the Lagos State Governor, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and Hope Uzodinma, the Imo State Governor, also the SGF, and some other ministers, just to say goodbye. No other pressing state matters that matters more than his departure. Just want to say goodbye or farewell to our daddy. According to the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, he said in a post on X, the President departed to France on working vacation as part of his 2025 annual leave, and the President will return to the country after 10 days. Mind you, he will be going to United Nations General Assembly when he returns too. On Arise TV analysis on people's reaction, one of them caught my attention and burst my bubbles. You need to stay to the end of this video so that you can get the facts behind his traveling. He said, "Thank you, Mr. Onanuga, for the update that our president is jetting off again. For accountability, Nigerian deserves clarity on the office you speak for. First, your statement is vague. What exactly will the president do in France and United Kingdom during the 10 days vacation? Please publish a basic itinerary with objective named counterparts and expected delivery. This is a standard practice when the president travel is framed as working time. It also helps the public to track outcome, as seen when Paris visit produced specific agreement last year. Second, context matters. The president has traveled to France since 29 May 2023. By 12 April 2025, credible reporting has already counted at least 8 separate visits, totaling not fewer than 59 days in France. There have been further Europe trips since then. Please confirm the update counts. Number 3. The president has also visited United Kingdom several times in office. The record shows a private stop in London in June 2023, a Buckingham Palace meeting in September 2024, a 2-week leave in October 2024, which include onward travel to Paris, then meetings in London in April 2025, before returning to Abuja. Please give the official tally to date. Fourthly, there are persistent rumors that the president uses France and United Kingdom for medical attention. Your office has reportedly denied this. ICIR and other outlets has reported concern, which you and your colleagues dismisses as baseless. Given the public interest, it will be helpful if you address this issue transparently rather than simply denying it. A clear medical travel policy will have settled speculations. Fifth, the Constitution is ambiguous on handing over during vacations. Section 145 requires the president to transmit a letter to the Senate president and the speaker whenever he is proceeding on vacations, after which the vice president acts until contrary notice is sent. Nigeria is not a private enterprise. The president holds the authorities in trust. Transparency is the price for the trust. If this is a working vacation, show the work and outcomes. If it is personal, follow the constitution and let the vice president act. Anything less weakens credibility and fuel the very rumor your office says are false. Put the fact on record or explain plainly why you cannot. So let's get into the traveling cost and how it's directly affecting you. We don't have Tinubu's official traveling receipt, since Aso Rock rarely discloses it. Let's use credible estimates, using global benchmarks and Nigerian past disclosure. A Boeing business jet like Nigerians BBJ burns about 10,000 to 14,000 per flight hour. Abuja to Paris is 6 hours. That is, it may be burning about 60,000 to 84,000 one way. So returning, it could be about $120,000 to $168,000, roughly 129 million to 270 million just for fuel and operations. Let's look at the president trip's cost breakdown. Let's break it down this time. Number one, the presidential jet. Flying the official jet from Abuja to Paris or to London and come back. The fuel and the landing cost crew, it is estimated to be 200 million to 270 million naira. This is based on fact. Public data on cost of flying larger government jets per hour adjusted for distance. So I am using fact, not assumption. Number two, delegations. About 20 to 30 heads. Ministers will be included, security will be included, protocol staff will be included. So a first class or a business class ticket, Abuja to Paris to London, one ticket costs about 6 million. For 20 people, it will be about 120 million, based on fact. Airlines publish all these things, and it's for first class or business class fare range. So what about the delegation hotels, excluding the president? Luxury hotels in Paris or London cost average of 500k to 1 million naira, a room per night. So for 30 people times 10 nights, it will be 500k multiplied by 10. It will give you what? 150 million naira for that 10 nights. It could reach about 300 million high. We don't know if all 30 stays for full 10 days or 10 nights, but it's consistent with presidential entourage practice. Number four, allowance. I mean travel allowance. The ESTA code says it's about 250,000 naira per day per official. That is 30 people multiplied by 10, multiplied by 250,000. That is about 75 million naira, based on fact that matches government ESTA code rates. Number five, security and logistics. This one is on assumption. It is not disclosed publicly, unknown cost for past visit, because it's about security. I guess you know that. But let's look at it in this way. Let's say the convoy, the vehicle, communication, and local hires, rough estimated to be 50 million naira, at least, at minimum. So the total estimate for this 10 days France to UK trip is between 573 million naira, a low cost, but at a higher cost, it's about 915 million naira. Definitely about 500 million to about 1 billion per trip. That's not all. Let me show you the total cost of all the trip since May 2023. France, number one, 8 trips. It costs 4.3 billion to 7.3 billion. UK, 4 trips, 2.1 billion to 3.6 billion. Brazil, 2 trips, 1.4 billion to 2 billion. Japan, 1 trip, 700 million to 1 billion. Los Angeles, 1 trip, 400 million to 550 million. Dubai, 1 stop, 200 million to 300 million naira. All these are in naira. What is the total? All the total trip is between 9.1 billion naira to 14.7 billion naira. Why you are paying an extra 50 naira every time to buy 1,000 naira fuel? Remember, your presidential trip to France got enough money to cover that tax for a whole Nigerian city. By 2026, subsidy removal on CNG and new taxes will squeeze ordinary people. Yet, billions has already gone into travel allowance, hotel bills, luxury flights for government officials. Imagine this, 5% fuel tax from January 2026. An average Nigerian uses 1,000 naira worth of fuel daily. Okada, taxi, generator, cars. So let's see it this way. 5% tax is about 50 naira extra per day. In 1 month, 1,500 extra. In 1 year, that is about 18,000 naira extra for one person, which I know it is more than that. Let's just say it at. So now let's compare with just one France trip. One France trip costs about 500 million to 1 billion naira. That's enough to cover the extra tax burden of 28,000 to 55,000 Nigerians for a whole year. In simple word, the money for one presidential trip could pay off the new fuel tax for an entire small city in Nigeria. Do you believe that? And the CNG subsidy that is supposed to cushion the effect of hardship have been removed too. That is, all trips so far, that is 9 billion to 15 billion naira, is equivalent to the fuel tax burden of 500,000 to 830,000 Nigerians for 1 year. That is like saying every man, every woman, every child in a city size of Enugu or Jos is paying their new fuel tax just to cover the presidential travel bills. But are we saying the president shouldn't go on leave trip? Absolutely not. But the frequency is our concern. Last time I checked, Aso Rock in Abuja is Nigeria's capital. We are not told that there is an extension in France. So my people, like the reaction of a patriotic Nigerian on X that said, transparency is the price of trust. When ordinary Nigerians are tightening their belts, paying more on fuel and transport, our leaders should show us at least respect by being accountable. If the president is in France for work, show the work. If it is for health, say it openly. No shame in being human. But hiding behind a vague statement only weakens credibility and fuel rumors. So, this is not just about one-man trip. It's about whether the government is accountable to people footing the bills. You and I. So, if you believe taxpayers deserve answer, not mystery, drop a comment below. Subscribe to this channel and let's keep asking the question they don't want to answer. I am your social media watchdog, Brown Child. See you in the next video.